When will our players and creators be given equal respect and opportunities? But the reality is, our region still does not receive fair support. We proved that when India is given even the smallest chance, we don't just participate, we compete at the highest level. Namaste, this is Naga sir. I want to speak today not just as a content creator, but as someone who has lived this journey for the last 3 to 4 years. Someone who has seen the grind, the love, the support, and the silence. And I hope everyone watching this, players, creators, audience, and especially the people who handle Call of Duty Mobile, listen with an open mind. Let's talk honestly. As an Indian creator, I have always been proud to represent Call of Duty Mobile. Whether I was in India or now living in Canada, I have always said it proudly, I am an Indian CODM creator. But the reality is, our region still does not receive fair support. Two of our Indian team didn't even get a chance to perform at the World Championship 2025 because of the visa issues. Not skill issues, not qualification issues, but the visa issues. And yes, even if some help came later, even if discussion started at the end, the final result did not change. Both the team didn't get to play on that stage. That opportunity was gone. Then, after all this heartbreak, 5 players from Godlike and Soul came together to form Newgen Ninjas at the last moment. In this roster, 2 players are from India and 3 from outside. But let's make something very clear. Those 3 players didn't improve alone. They trained, practiced, scrimmed, and developed in the Indian environment. They learned Indian playstyle, Indian coordination, Indian discipline. Their growth happened with the Indian teams in the Indian competitive ecosystem. And to make it even clearer, look at the team OUG. All players from other region, but because they practice and play in China, everyone recognizes them as a Chinese team. Because the environment that shapes you define your team identity. So, in the same way, even if 3 players came from outside, the performance, intensity, and teamwork you saw is still Indian talent. And on the very first day of World Championship, this combined roster formed only 3 days before, played like a team that had been practicing together for months. They synced, they communicated, they adapted, and they qualified for the playoff stage. But listen, whether they win or lose, whether they reach the ultimate final or fall one step before, this is not the main point. The important part is we proved that India is capable of doing bigger things. We proved that talent, discipline, strategy, and hunger all exist within the Indian region. We proved that when India is given even the smallest chance, we don't just participate, we compete at the highest level. And even after proving this, we still treated like a region that need to prove itself more. Now let's talk about creators. There are so many Indian CODM creators who have been streaming every day, making videos, building communication and supporting the game for years. We have kept this scene alive out of passion because official support is almost zero. Other regions get financial support, official tournament backing, promotion and recognition, career opportunities. And in India what we get? Just only game currency. That is not a career, that is not a support, not even a survival. India has some of the best players, some of the most hardworking creators, one of the largest CODM audience in all over the world. Yet, no consistent tournament, no structured ecosystem, no recognition, no pathway. And being an Indian player, I have had to mute my mic sometime, stay quiet. Because being Indian often means being judged before I even speak. This is reality. I want to make something very clear. I am not against the management. This is not hate. This is not negativity. This video is simply to show the reality. What we are experiencing, what we are receiving, and how the Indian community has been treated in Call of Duty Mobile. So today I'm not blaming anyone. I'm simply asking, why is the Indian region still not supported? When will our players and creators be given equal respect and opportunities? We are not asking for special treatment. We are asking for the fair treatment. If the Indian CODM community can survive and grow with almost no support, imagine what we can achieve with just a little support. Indian CODM is strong. Indian CODM is passionate. Indian CODM is alive. And it is time the world recognize that. Thank you so much. That's all from my side. If you like my thoughts, do share, do comment, and don't forget to subscribe.